All right, guys, let's talk about another multiplication strategy. At this point, we have talked about using arrays, which is groups of rows. Remember, rows go across and columns go down. So it's a group of rows and columns. And we can count the pictures. And here, for example, they're using circles to figure out the product. The product is the answer to my multiplication problem. We've also talked about repeated addition, using the numbers or the factors, the two numbers that I'm multiplying together are my factors, and repeatedly adding one of those factors. And today we're going to talk about equal groups. Equal groups is pretty simple. So for example, they give me the problem 3 times 2. So in 3 times 2, if you're noticing, they say, okay, I'm going to take this first number 3, and I'm going to draw 3 groups. And the second number lets me know how many to put in each group. And here they decided to do pencils. So I'm just going to draw lines. 2, 2 in this group, and 2 in this group. And when I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I figure out 3 times 2 is 6. Or I can flip my factors and do 2 times 3. And I'll actually get the same answer if I do 2 times 3. So instead of drawing 3 groups, I'll take this first number and draw 2 groups. And in each group, I'll put 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And when I count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, still get the same product. So what if I have a 2-digit number multiplied by a 1-digit number? Can I still use equal groups? Well, yes, you can, and we're going to go over how. So if I want to do the number, let's say 10 times 3, well, I could do it 2 ways. I could start with the first number and draw 10 groups, and I always draw circles because they're easy to draw. Let me push this back a little bit so you can see all these circles here. Okay, and then the second number tells me how many to put in each group. Now, if I do dots, it's really important that I keep my dots very neat so that when I go back to count them, I don't miscount. So I have 3 dots in each group. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I get 30 as my product. Or like we said, we could have flipped it and done 3 groups. So let's try that. So this was the first strategy. If I want to do 10 times 3, I could have also done 3 groups. And since I started with 3, I know I need to put 10 into each group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, I'm trying to make sure I make my dots nice and neat so that I can easily count them. So I know this is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So I still get the same product. I just drew it 2 different ways. So that is the strategy of using equal groups. And if you come in next week, we will be going over how to use number lines. So, all right, guys, we're going to continue to talk about subtraction with regrouping, and we're just, as we go on, we're getting a little bit larger each time with our numbers. We're still using the same steps. Our numbers are just expanding, and we're challenging ourselves more. So today we're going to work on problem number 1, and I'm just going to rewrite the problems here. so that I can have more space to work. And we're also going to work on problem number 10. So with this problem, I'm subtracting a number that is in the 10,000s, and I'm taking away a number that's in the thousands. So the first thing that I want to do is remember that saying, bigger, bottom, borrow. We've been doing this now, so we should remember. I always start by circling who is the bigger number in each place value section. And when I have bigger numbers on the bottom, like I do here, I know I'm going to be regrouping or borrowing. So I know here I can do 5 minus 1. That's 4. But when I come here, I have the bigger number, the 5 on the bottom. So I come next door to the 8, and I'm borrowing or I'm taking 1 away. And remember, I always give 10 more to that place value that needs it. So 10 plus 3 is 13. And now I can do 13 minus 5, which is 8. 7 minus 4, which is 3. 7 minus 2, which is 5. And I just bring down that 4. So I get 45,384. Now we've learned to check. I can add these two numbers right here. So I can take 45,384 and add 2,451. And these answers should match once I do this. 8 plus 5 is 13. Carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. Bring down the 4. This and this match, which means I did my subtraction correctly. So our difference was 45,384. Now I'm also going to look at problem number 10. Problem number 10 is going to get even bigger than problem number 1 that we just did. So problem number 10 is going to be 57,823 minus 36,179. So I'm getting a larger number than I'm subtracting this time, but I still do the same steps. Bigger, bottom, borrow. My 9 is larger. My 7 in the tens is larger. And I'm already noticing I've got some bigger numbers on the bottom, so I'm going to have to borrow here. I can't just subtract straight down. So I know, okay, I can't even start subtracting in my ones. I come to my tens and I take away 1 10. And I give 10 more to that 3. And now I stop and I begin my subtraction. So 13 minus 9 is 4. Now here, I still have a larger number on the bottom. So I come to the 8 and I'm taking away 1 8. And again, I'm giving 10 more to the place value that needs it. So 10 plus 1 is 11. And now I have the bigger number on top. So I can just subtract, which should give me 4. 7 minus 1 I can do is 6. And the rest I can just subtract. I got my bigger numbers up top. 7 minus 6 is 1. 5 minus 3 is 2. Now again, I can take these to check. And I can add them up. And I should get the number that we started with when we subtracted. So 9 plus 4 is 3. Is 13. And I carry my 1. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. I carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. 6 plus 1 is 7. 3 plus 2 is 5. Again, this and this matches. So that means my difference, 21,644, was correct. Now I'm going to leave this sheet on Dojo and you will work on problems 2, 3, 4, and 7. Now last week I accidentally did not put this sheet up. I told you to do these problems, but I never attached the sheet. So this week you're going to do the same problems I said, but this time I will make sure to put the sheet up. Please be continuing to practice your extra math, and I will meet you here next week.